Today we're going to talk about how I think the MLB Debut Patch card and that particular set, Topps Chrome Update, will save baseball cards as well as sports cards as a whole on the ultra modern side of things. We'll talk about it here in a minute. Stick around. What's going on, sports card hobby family? It is another day. It is another sports card video.
You take the card and put it in the sleeve.
Thank you for joining me here today. Hope everybody had an amazing weekend. If you're new here, you're looking for pretty much daily sports cards, collectible style content. You want to maybe see Alf every single day or Beavis and Butthead. I'm here for you, friends. Hit that subscribe button down below and we will keep the party a-rockin'. Huge thanks to today's video sponsor, Hakes Auctions. All the things you could possibly want as a collectibles person. They've got sports cards, they've got non-sports, they've got action figures, they've got comic books, they've got political pins, they've got all sorts of different categories, all this really cool, rare, scarce stuff. So make sure to check out Hakes Auctions today when you are looking for collectibles heading into 2024. All right, a few months back, Fanatics/Topps announced they were coming out with this MLB Debut Patch card that is consisting of a patch that is worn, of course, when the player debuts the first Major League Baseball game. And then directly after that game, they take the patch off of the jersey and they put it into a trading card and it goes into Topps Chrome Update. There's a bunch of things that I really like about this idea, but also just this set in general. And I think it's absolutely critical for baseball cards moving forward, as well as basketball and football cards. So this is a huge, huge chase card. It's a one of one. Aesthetically, these cards look fantastic. You've got the cool looking patch. You've got an on-card auto. You've got the one of one that's pronounced there, the bottom right, bottom left, one of the corners there. Aesthetically, it's just a great looking card, the way that they designed it. And what makes this product even better is we're living in a world, of course, we've talked about this, where new product for sports cards is insanely, stupidly, expensively high. And this sucker comes in at about $100 a hobby box, maybe $120. I looked online. You could buy a case of it, 6-box case, for $680. Meanwhile, Prism Football's coming out at a pre-sale of $800 or $900 that doesn't even have autographs for the top players, CJ Stroud and Bryce Young, etc. It's bad. We're always talking about affordability in the hobby. It's a great time for singles buyers, man. Singles, depending on what player you're chasing, of course, you know, there's anomalies here. If you're chasing after GOATs, if you're chasing after one-of-ones, expect to pay a premium. But if you're just chasing after your favorite teams, guys, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. If I want Alvin Kamara cards, if I want Derek Carr cards, they are available, and the singles market has been great, has been absolutely fantastic. A lot of correction on sports cards. But this is cool because this is actually new product that people can actually afford. And they're also, of course, there's these one-of-one MLB patches, but there's also a ton of different refractors. And I know a lot of people would say like, oh man, there's just too many parallels and that sort of thing. I'm talking about more from a collector standpoint. Yes, there are way too many parallels for a lot of this to make sense from a value standpoint moving forward. But if you're looking for nicely designed cards of your favorite players, you're 13 years old or whatever, or you're my age and you just want to have a binder full of cards, cool cards, whatever, collect your team, this is the way, man. This is absolutely perfect. There's also autographs in this product. You know, there's regular autos, there's dual, there's triple, and granted there's stickers. There's a lot of sticker autos, but it's still autographs nonetheless. It's still memorabilia cards. It's still kind of all the things at a very reasonable price. It's a buy-in that people can stomach. You know, $100, $120 for a hobby box, $600, $700 for a whole case. I mean, that's value buying in today's world. And it does have a big chase card that could be a huge, huge card down the road. The baseball prospecting game is really interesting because you could hit a guy today where you're like, oh man, you know, I got this guy, but he's a nobody. And then in 5 years, he's the best player in baseball. It can happen. It can be a Mike Trout type situation. Of course, it's rare that it happens, but that is what a lot of baseball prospectors like about it, though. They want to get the guy that's young, and he moves up through the minors and gets through the majors, and of course, then he becomes the next Ohtani, and the card prices are through the roof. The MLB Debut Patch card will be, in my opinion, it's going to be that RPA. It's going to be the big chase card. And of course, I know you got first Bowmans and other things. I know a lot of the ultra modern baseball people will kill me on this, but I just think that that's going to be an important card for the players that do work out. And it's going to be fun to see how they transact. You know, you've got some sitting on eBay right now, $2,000, $5,000, $8,000. Are those good prices? I don't know. Maybe today, no, but maybe tomorrow, yes. That's kind of the fun part of prospecting. So this is kind of, to me, this is like the ultimate prospecting product. And I really hope that we see exactly the same thing. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Exactly the same thing in football and basketball cards moving forward. Of course, there's going to be Topps Chrome. We know that once Fanatics/Topps officially retakes over the licenses, there will be Topps Chrome football, and I hope that they have the same exact debut patch on-card auto. I hope the design is exactly the same. I hope they do the same thing in basketball because I like the uniformity. If they keep it uniform like that, I'm sure some people might say like, oh, put a piece of the sneaker or something or the cleat, switch it up. I would rather just be exactly the same. Uniformity would be really easy for collectors/speculators to identify with in a world where there's a zillion different parallels, there's a zillion different types of patch auto, RPA. Is that the true RPA? No, sort of the true one. It's a debate. This one can be like that card. Like this is the one of one. This is the big one, you know, to chase. I don't know. I just think it would be a lot of fun. And I also think from a mainstream media, for the average Joe that's just looking at on this space, it's easy for them to identify like, okay, that's the huge chase card. And then you've got kind of these other chase cards as well you can go after. So I wanted to point this out because I think this product, in the way that they've kind of revamped it a little bit, I think it's going to be really key to the hobby moving forward with sealed product. And we've talked about it. Sealed product right now is way too expensive. It's way too expensive. You're opening these very expensive boxes, and then you go right on the singles market, and you can just buy those up at very inexpensive prices. Really what we're looking at is people that are just buying in because they enjoy the rip, they enjoy kind of the gamble of trying to pull the big card, and then they throw all those cards onto eBay, and the singles buyers are waiting. They're ready. I'm one of them. I'm waiting for, for me, it's Stranger Things Series 4. And those hobby boxes are actually pretty inexpensive. They're about $100, $120. I've contemplated buying some of those myself because actually the singles prices, they're not super high. I can get the stuff that I want, but they're high enough to where for $100 or $120 for a hobby box, that might actually be kind of fun. So I like this idea. I really, really hope, please let this be how Topps Chrome operates for football and basketball. I think that uniformity and kind of every year everyone's excited about that coming debut patch card for these sports. I think it's going to be a big thing moving forward that really carries the hobby forward for ultra modern products because this is a very affordable price point for all. All right, guys, that is all I've got today. Enjoy your week ahead. Stay healthy. Stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.